Hi. So I thought, enough about me. I should be talking more about my book, specifically my two main characters. Being a romance, you tend to have two main ones. So my first is my female. Her name is Carly. She's hard of hearing, and she kind of grew up with her hearing loss. She's currently currently, it's a funny thing for a book, but she's an undergrad student, a senior in the math education program, and she hopes to teach middle school math one day. My second character is my male. His name is Reed, his sign name, and he's deaf. He was born deaf, so he's grown up knowing ASL as part of the deaf world. He's a master's student. He's in the deaf education program. So he actually works as a teacher. He teaches third grade kids in a deaf school. So my original, concept of this book was thinking about myself in college. When I started college, I identified as hearing impaired, and you'll notice I don't use that word. I don't like that word, mainly because I've never felt impaired. And I felt different, yes, but not impaired. So when I learned the phrase hard of hearing, I said, yes, that's who I am. I'm hard of hearing. I'm not hearing. I'm technically not deaf, but really my ears are this. And that's me using deaf and hard of hearing at the same time, because this ear is considered deaf. So in college, I started learning ASL, I met deaf people, and, my identity became part of the deaf community, became deaf, hard of hearing. And I use both because I tend to use both. So Carly, and I don't have a sign name for her, because at the start of the book she doesn't have one, and you'll have to read to find out if she gets one or not. But at the start of the book, she's not comfortable with her ears at all. They're not a positive part of who she is. So she needed, or, my envisionment was I wanted to show someone taking that journey like I did and becoming comfortable and proud of who they are. And that's why she meets Reed. And he kind of shows her about hearing loss resources, because a lot of us with a hearing loss, we don't know what's available to us. We're given hearing aids, that's it. And that's not enough. There's so much more out there. I mean, when my doorbell rings, there's a light that flashes. The same thing for the phone at home. If there was a fire, I have strobe lights that would go off. And that's not something I had growing up, because we didn't know it was available. We didn't know it was possible to help me. And I'm talking about myself again. But my book started off, my, vision, and then it changed. And that happens with a book. You start with one concept, and then things change. So yes, I created Carly to be a part of me, but she took over, and there's a lot of her that's not me. And I think that makes her special, and it's her journey through life. Everyone has a different journey. So that's a little tiny bit about my two characters. I love the both of them, and I hope you will too.